You're most welcome to Issues at Hand this morning. Thank you so much for being a part of Church of Uganda Family TV. And of course, we are always privileged to have you as our viewer. Now, of course, remember it is the festive season. So we are in a season where we are happy, we are joyful, we are eating, we are feasting to celebrate the end of the year. So don't forget to do that for yourself as well. However, be very careful. In case you're a driver, please do not drink and drive, because you still need to see the new year. You still need to be here even in 2025. My name is Carol Nomantumine, and I am here as usual with Issues at Hand, and we are going to be looking at issues pertinent to our society. Economically, sometimes educational, inspirational, politics, all that we do bring you trending issues to discuss about and know where we stand as a country, as a community, as a society. Remember, we are powered by Protea Hotel, by Marriott Entebbe, comfort and luxury at its best. Of course, you can go and check them out. They do have very, very interesting holiday packages for you, located in Entebbe, near the airport, I think. Yes, we are on social media at COU Family TV. That's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, where this program is live. And we are going to be sharing our thoughts on fostering creativity, curiosity, and critical thinking, as well as, of course, pioneering some educational programs to see that our children as Uganda are very, very educated. You know that education is very important, and that once you go to school and attain a skill, it is very, very hard for somebody to just walk in and take away your skill. So it is important. However, if you're talented, this is not the time to give up. If you are a sports person, if you know how to cook, those are skills that come in handy when it's time to become street smart. So today, I do have guests in studio from Ikiriza Hand of Hope, an organization that also deals with uplifting the society in its own way. They do work with young fathers and mothers. Those are young parents, teenage pregnancies that are to the roof in Uganda. So those mothers that get pregnant early, where do they go? How do they end up? Do they lose hope? And these are some of the organizations that come in to say, no, you shouldn't lose hope. And one of the guests is called Musanzi Moses, and he's the project manager for Ikiriza Hand of Hope. And the other is called Catherine Kamahoro. She is the communications officer for this particular project, and she is a lawyer. You guys are most welcome to studio. Please say hi to the guests before we get into it. Kathy, you can start.
Good morning, Family TV. I'm glad to be here. My name is Kamahoro Catherine. I'm the communications officer of Ikiriza Hand of Hope. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
It's good. Yes, and Moses.
Hi everyone. My name is Moses Musanzi. I'm a project manager of Ikiriza Hand of Hope, and I'm very delighted to be here. So please give us a chance and hear us out. Thank you.
Okay, where is Ikiriza Hands of Hope located? Where are your offices? Where can someone find you?
We are located in Entebbe.
Okay. And what are some of the mandates of the organization? I will start with Moses.
All right. Briefly, I'll talk about Ikiriza itself.
Yes, please.
Ikiriza, it's a botanical name that means to accept. So when you say Ikiriza Hand of Hope, accepting the hand that's coming to give you hope.
Okay.
For those that are hopeless, for those who feel that are down, Ikiriza means to accept. Okay. Now, Ikiriza is a communication for development organization that's working to uplift the health and the livelihood of the youth. When I say the youth, I'll say from the age 15 to 30 years old.
Yeah.
Because with the youth face a lot when it comes to the livelihood and health. When you check out the statistics that the Ministry of Health comes out with, it will tell you the youth are likely to face the challenge of getting HIV/AIDS. The youth are the ones who are facing the challenge of unemployment. The youth are the ones who are facing the challenge of poverty. That's why we are focusing on the youth. And Ikiriza is a youth-led group. There's no one who is 40 plus or 38. It's all our brains, our minds, and our ideas that come up and started this. So Ikiriza itself will seek to build a gender eco-society as well, okay, to improve health, and the livelihood of the youthful population. Remember, Uganda itself has, they say that 78%, 70% the youth, 70%. Yes, so that's why we are focusing so much on the youth, just in case you may be wondering why. It's because of our population, so that's why we focus on the youth.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Kathy, you want to talk about Ikiriza? A few words about it.
The reason why we're here is because we started a project, which is the Denim School Bag Project. And we want to help people in Chigezi, the students who are less privileged in Chigezi and Northern region. We're going to cater for other districts too and other regions. But for now, we're going to begin with Chigezi. So we are looking for denim clothes or jeans so that we can make school backpacks. As the NGO, we are going to provide scholastic materials to these students, like books, pens, pencils. So we're going to get those jeans and then make bags out of them. The reason why we chose jeans is because jeans are stronger. They don't get spoiled very fast. So that's why we chose jeans.
So you realized there was a problem where children's school bags get old quickly.
It's not that, when the government came up, Museveni's government, she set up something that was new, that was UPE. Now, people are going to school. It's true, people are going to school. If you check in Chigezi, they'll show that 80% of young kids go to school. But then do they have the necessities to support them to go to school? That's a question. Schools are there, but do they have the things that they need to be in
school?
Yes. Now, recently, we went for a burial in Kabade.
Yes.
So that's when we realized that, okay, schools are there, but then the children lack a lot.
Basic needs.
Okay, for some schools, then they don't have the desks. Then also some schools, students themselves don't have the school bags. You get it? Some students even don't have books. You may find a child, first by the time when we grew up, we used to have about a dozen of books. Like we have them. But then here we are, like a child will have like 3 books, 48-page books.
Really?
Yeah, 3 to 4.
You saw that?
Yes, I saw it myself because I went for the burial there. So as we were returning, I told the team, I'm thinking of this idea. How about we do this and this? Okay? Can't we come up with an idea whereby we can make the school bags from jeans? Because people nowadays throw clothes. People nowadays clothes are cheap, so most of them don't use them for quite long, like the way like we used to do back in the days.
Yeah.
So we came up with that idea of the Denim School Bag project, that the jeans themselves, that will be hard material. That's the first thing. Second thing, we're trying to conserve the environment itself.
Yeah.
Because once you get the jeans and you use it, you just throw it away. So instead of throwing it away, why don't you
give it out?
Just give it out, then first we make it the bags, like make it into bags.
Okay. My next question is, how are you going to make these jeans into bags? Do you have like a manufacturing system in place? Are you going to take them to like people who do fashion and all? How are you going to make, if people donate their jeans, how then do you make them into school bags? Do you turn them into school bags?
We have sewing machines. We have about 3, and we have 3 people can tailor. So we are collecting the jeans from people. Then we're going to train some people to make the jeans, as these other people are also making the jeans. So that's how we're going to maybe get the big numbers of school bags.
Where does someone find you if they want to donate these jeans? For example, because now you see like Kampala is big, you are located in Entebbe. Not everybody can access Entebbe, so how exactly are they going to get to you?
We have different people who are part of this project, and they stay in different areas. On our social media platforms, we have indicated numbers of different people, like in Entebbe, Chirinya, Bugolobi, Chegera, Kasangati, all places that people can collect the jeans. So if you have jeans, you can pack them, just contact us, we'll pick them.
Okay, thank you. We shall get back to that later. Moses, please shed a light. You talked about off air you told me about school dropouts. What do you think is causing very high numbers of people dropping out of school?
Right, thank you. There might be different causes that lead people to drop out of school. Okay. Sometimes they lack the necessities to go to school.
Yes.
I'll say that poverty as well. Then at times, girls getting pregnant at an early age. Okay. Then also the situation at home. Parents see education as something that's just a waste of time. If you go to Karamoja region, maybe Gabon or Moroto, the kids will tell you, or even the parents will tell you, for us here, education, we don't believe in it. Our kids, the boys have to go and graze the cows. You get it? They don't believe in the wisdom that the children will get from education. And that also comes back to the Ministry of Education, that the things we started, okay, the curriculum, okay, yes, they're trying to change it a bit, but I think it's the reason as why some people even stop going to school, because of the curriculum. Like, we study a lot of things, and then we end up doing things that are not even relevant to certain things. So, if you are to benchmark from maybe schools that are abroad, or maybe like the international schools, you find out that these kids study things they want. I have a friend of mine who's in an international school, but he's a programmer, but he's very young. He can program things using Python, C#, C++. Then we find someone who did IT at the university, but even can't write a code. You get it? So that's the difference. Now, when I talk about school dropouts, remember the time of COVID?
Yeah.
It really struck us down, and many girls got pregnant, many boys got involved in sexual activities, others got sick and stuff. Parents neglected their children. They're like, you get it? Like they're doing their own things. So you end up kids being demoralized to go to school. Yeah. So.
Okay. Thank you. And teenage mothers, when you talk about people who drop out of school, they then become parents. As Ikiriza Hand of Hope, how do you help these people who have now become teenage mothers? Do you offer some training for them? Do you offer counseling? You know?
For teenage mothers, we are going to provide skills to them, like baking, tailoring. We don't want to give them money, because you need to teach someone how to make the money. So we're going to give them the skills and even teach them how to save. We are going to make small groups or saving groups, where we first train them on how they're going to be saving, so that they can sustain the skills and also manage the money they'll be making.
Okay. Anything to add?
Yeah. Then also about the teenage mothers. Of course, it's not about the teenage mothers. There are also those teenage fathers. Yeah.
If they don't run away.
Which are suffered in silence. So sometimes you find a young man, he's around 21, 18, 19. Okay, let me say 19, teenage father, 19. And then like the girlfriend gave back and let the kid back. So the guy is struggling. In Busa, if you go to Busa, you find them in the gold mines. Like they're trying to survive, they're trying to make money. Like the children. So such people, we want to empower them through skill development, as she has said.
Okay.
Yeah, skilling is only key.
Okay.
Because through skilling, you can make money out of everything.
Okay.
Rather than sitting down and wait for employment. But if you have a skill, trust me, if you can make your bagia, if you can make your popcorns, ice cream, cookies, that's also a skill, because that's pastry. There are procedures how to go through to make them. So once you master them, you have a skill to make money.
Okay. Kathy, the Minister of Health said we hope to end AIDS by 2030 as a country. Do you see that as a possibility? Do you see that happening, that by 2030 there will be no more HIV and AIDS?
I can't really tell, but I think if we work on ourselves as individuals, we can end AIDS. You know, most of the causes of AIDS is poverty. Trust me, most of the people are, let's say girls, are in prostitution because they don't have jobs, they don't have means of surviving. So they find themselves, they have to sell themselves to different men, and most times they are not protected. Let's give an example. People who are living around landing sites. Yes, most of them don't know exactly that they need to protect themselves. Like maybe they're supposed to use condoms, supposed to, I don't know. But if we work on ourselves as individuals in Uganda, I think we can end AIDS.
Okay. Thank you. Anything to add?
Yeah. I'll say this as well. Parents have a very, very big role in fighting AIDS, or in trying to fight AIDS, or to spread the AIDS. We play a big role as parents. Why? Have you ever told your dad or mom that you're seeing someone when you're in high school? Would you do that even? Like, would you even just
I never thought of that.
Exactly. Okay, when at the university, would you even try to tell your mom or dad that I have a boyfriend?
No.
Exactly. So there are some of the things that parents will need to learn how to communicate to our children or with our children. Let's find the best ways of telling our children how to avoid certain things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't have sex.
Because if I'm to say 70% of the life of the children is spent at school, so we'll never know what they get from the side, the characters. So someone comes back with a somewhat character back home. Now, us as parents, we're always busy looking for money. The mom goes to work, dad goes to work, so the kid is home alone, having a smartphone. But then we never got in time to talk with the children. Now, this is an example. Parents will always use fear-based approach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, she's my friend. You know, like when it's like she's my friend, like you're talking, but still he or she will tell me we're getting the Silimu actor. Try to explain to me how someone can get AIDS so that I can know. And
avoid it.
Try to tell me the best ways how to avoid it.
Yeah.
You get it? But when you use fear-based approach, trust me, you never find any child coming to you, talking to you, or maybe trying to seek help. That's why you find out that a girl will get pregnant and she'll just run away from home. Okay? Yeah, that's why there's that high rise number of teenage mothers. Until a girl will get pregnant and run away because they know parents will just throw them away. I was working with a woman when Lucia, and we had a program called a youth to adult advocacy. One of the parents stood up and said, if my daughter gets pregnant, I'll throw her to a certain island. Like, I don't need that nonsense that my child gotten pregnant. I'm struggling to pay for you to go to school. Once you get pregnant, I don't know you, I abandon you, throw somewhere else there. You get it? But that's really bad because
It's very bad.
children need our support and they need you. You know, if a young girl gets pregnant, first thing, her mental health is not stable.
Yeah.
So she comes up with different thoughts, and also even her friends are so young that they can't even advise her. But then if you're a dad or a mom and you're around there, trust me, you can do your best to talk to a child and keep your child. Once she's done with giving birth, you can still take her back to school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having said that, before I go to Kathy, do you think, give me your opinion on either day schools or boarding schools, which one is more, which one is best for the child? Having said, these vices, some of them are gotten at school.
Yeah.
So instead of having a child sleeping at school, would you rather they come back home so that you're, monitoring them every day?
My dear, I would say I've been in boarding and day. But I think they're all the same. Trust me, they're the same. Day would have been better, but then there's this issue that parents be very busy. They come back late, tired. Also, the kid comes back late, tired. Eat food, sleep. That's all.
Yeah.
Boarding, you're at school. 24/7 you're at school. And by the time you go back home, you go home for 3 weeks. then you go back to school. So I wonder the time you get to talk to your dad or mom. That's why nowadays some schools, those big schools, they have the thing that if your kid is in boarding, at least come and pick him up on a Friday till Sunday. At least they want to bring up that bond. Yes. So I think both work, but
they have their disadvantages and advantages.
Yes.
Kathy, which one do you prefer?
I prefer boarding school. I was with boarding from P6, so and it was good. Though, okay, you learn a lot from school. You don't miss out on anything. Like when it comes to academics, when you're going back to, let's say, home, there's that thing of you're missing preps. Okay, academically, I prefer boarding.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take a very, very short break. We are still discussing the Denim School Bag Project and how it's going to affect the society of Kisoro first, I think, before you spread to other areas. And we are also, of course, trying to empower the community by finding out what are those issues that are causing some of the challenges that we have, school dropping out, mothers getting pregnant, and very many other things like that. And can we end AIDS and HIV by 2030, as the Honorable Minister Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng said in her speech? Well, stay with us to find out more about this particular topic after we come back from the short break.
Issues at hand, powered by
Protea Hotel by Marriott Entebbe. Comfort and luxury at its best.
This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. Issues at hand, powered by
Protea Hotel by Marriott Entebbe. Comfort and luxury at its best.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for keeping it Church of Uganda Family TV, especially Issues at Hand. We are very, very glad that you are watching. Remember, the conversation is live on our YouTube. That's at COU Family TV. We also have other social media platforms that you can use to follow us. That's on Twitter at COA Family TV and Instagram and Facebook as well, same handle. My name is Carol, and we are still here with our guests Moses and Kathy, talking about the Ikiriza Hand of Hope and how they are impacting the society and community in which they are based. Currently, they are doing a project that is the denim project, where they are making denim school bags out of jean material to donate to the people or to the students that are in need down in Chisoro. And of course, they are asking for your help, you that is watching. If you have old jeans at home that you no longer need, you no longer use, kindly pack them up. First of all, wash them properly, pack them up, and then give them to these people. They will go and recycle them into very, very beautiful bags that a child will take to school and be very happy. Just because you or your child has a school bag and they can get one whenever they like, don't think that it's like that for everybody. You'll be surprised. Like we've had, they went for a barrier and saw some schools, and they saw some children, and their situation was wanting. So that is where they come in as organizations and NGOs to support the community in that particular way. Now, how far? Have you manufactured some school bags so far? Or are you just starting?
We haven't yet started to manufacture, okay, because we're still collecting
the material, the raw material.
The material from different people. Yeah, we haven't yet, but then after Christmas, that's when you're going to start. Because as she said, my colleague said, that we have volunteers that we've trained, so that's some volunteers are going to make them. So we are still doing the TOT, then from the TOT, they start making them. Yeah. Okay.
And you notice that some of these children will not reach far places or greater heights if they get sick. We were talking about HIV and AIDS as we went off air. And do you have a way you can, tell us about how much health is important when it comes to reaching your future goals? Because there's no way you can get there minus health, being healthy.
The answer I would say is communication. The more you communicate to the children, to the young ones, the more they will understand. The more you tell your child or your daughter that please abstain. If you can't abstain, then at least use a condom, the better. Because you find many children out there like they just want to try it out. They have no knowledge about certain things. But the more you communicate to a child, the more that child will be programmed that if I don't abstain, okay, or if I don't make myself busy, at least let me use a condom to survive. Okay? Of course, like first boys will be like, there's withdrawal. Don't worry about it, there's withdrawal. But then withdrawal like cancel you from getting HIV or any UTI or STD. You get it?
Yeah.
So that's some of the things that parents need to tell their children. Even teachers shouldn't be scared of talking to the girls and the boys. Because the more you talk to the girls and the boys, the more you get the knowledge, and the less the number of HIV cases.
At what age should they begin to talk to these children?
When a girl starts her menstruation period, so the adolescent stage.
I think around 12.
The adolescent stage is a better stage.
Okay.
Because some of us, the boys will be like, daddy. You can't tell me that. Like we feel like we are men now. Just because you've grown some beards on your caliber. So for the girls, when they reach into the puberty, of course, that menstruation and stuff. Now, in some cultures, parents, when they see their girls into menstruation, they'll be like, now she's ready for marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's some of the things that like they need to communicate. Like we need to equip parents with the knowledge. Also, when a girl gets into that period, Of course, some of them be like, nah, I'm a woman, I can do whatever I want, I can get a boyfriend and what. But even if they don't know even how to do things, they don't know the right way, okay? The safe way of doing things, so they end up getting AIDS.
Okay. And this situation, Kathy, the situation we have, do you think maybe of people not being informed, not being sensitized, people still in poverty, do you think the government has anything to do with it? And how can leaders, what can leaders do to make the society better in this way to improve the livelihoods of people and stuff like that?
I think, okay, before we even talk about leaders, we should talk about parents. Parents are supposed to inform their kids about safe sex in case they can't abstain. You know, parents these days are not open with their kids. They feel like they can't talk about sex and whatever. But it's something we cannot ignore. So it's best for parents to tell their kids the reality of things, and then also teach them God. Because, you know, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Yes.
Parents need to tell their kids, like, about God. Sometimes, you know, when someone believes in God, there are some things they can't do. They'll be like, just because they fear God, they'll be like, oh, let me just leave it. So we need first know God, then also teach the kids either to abstain or safe sex. And then when you go to the leaders, they need to make like those workshops, sort of. Like, let's say that they're teaching people how to make skills, but still they have to teach them the other bit of life.
Okay, thank you very much. And anything for our leaders, or since we're going to election time, which people should voters look out for, like qualities? And then you say, I'm going to vote this person because they are going to bring change to society. What kind of qualities should those people have?
Ikiriza Hand of Hope, they don't support any political party.
No.
That's personally a disclaimer.
Lol.
But then we'll face a challenge when we're implementing this project. Of course, there are those political leaders who want to use it as a chance to campaign.
No.
You see, I haven't brought people, they've given you bags, vote for me, you see? Since we are going into the campaign period. Yes, so.
That's wrong.
But they'll do it. They'll do it like the moment they get to know about it, they'll do it. Some of them will do it, the chairmen will do it. All the politicians we know, they'll do it. Yes, I know. They'll use our project as a stepping stone.
For their political gain.
Yeah.
No, this is not a political question. This is the society and needs help. Getting, like these children, they need help knowing that they should stay in school rather than look for young boys. For us to achieve that, somebody needs to come up to them, show them the right way. This is why I brought in which leader should I look out for if I'm voting. A person who has which qualities, a person who is going to maybe implement stuff, not just say them on a microphone and stop there. But anyway, away from politics, how can we solve the livelihood problem, the fact that 70% of Ugandans are still below the poverty line? How can we harness such situations?
All right, number one, it goes to the Ministry of Education. The curriculum must be changed. As they're doing, they should scrap off all the useless subjects. Some of us studied them, but I don't know the last time I used the Pythagorean theorem, to be honest, because I'm in a different world now. But then, if they can set up a curriculum where children get the right skills, okay? Children get the skills in all diversity. It could be pastry, it could be mechanics, it could be anything. Now, the thing is happening, okay, in these good schools, but how sure are we that the things are happening in schools in rural areas?
Okay.
So that's the question. So the ministry, they're comfortable, maybe they're comfortable at saying the curriculum is being implemented, but then how about that side in the rural areas, in the Kapchora region, maybe Kamajong or Chigezi region? What's that? Are they even going there to verify and see if the children are getting the right skills?
Okay.
Yes, another thing, it has to be a communication for change. When I say that it's a role of the parents, okay, for the ministry to the parents, that if a child tells you, I want to branch off, he or she is not a failure to branch off, okay? Because I used to fear to tell my dad that I want to branch off, because for him what he knew it was, you have to go through A-level, university, but then you can branch off, you get a certificate, and of which it's a hands-on thing, a diploma hands-on, then a degree. So I was studied O-level and A-level to the university, and someone who has branched off, the person who has branched off is more skilled than me. You get it? Is more skilled that nowadays companies want people who have skills.
Yeah.
Not someone CV that have a first class degree, have second, upper. What skills do you have? What do you bring on the table? That's what they ask.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that. Now, there is a trending issue, that is the marriage bill, that is trying to find its way on the table of Parliament. Kathy, I'll start with you. This bill, once passed, it is going to allow legally having two partners if you want. If you're a girl, you can have two partners. If you're a man, still you can have two partners. And these two partners can be wedded in church. They can be from the Baha'i marriage, Hindu, custom marriage, civil marriage, whatever it is, you can have two people. And there's also going to be a prenuptial signing introduced by this bill. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, I feel like Parliament should focus on things like developmental stuff than marriage stuff and whatever. Because marriage is a choice. And okay, my opinion about this, I'm not going to talk as a lawyer, but my opinion, as an individual, I would never want to have my man having someone like another lady, or I would never want to be having like two husbands or something. But in Uganda, under customary marriage, a man can marry two wives. Somehow it's not okay. A man can have two wives, but a woman cannot have two husbands. So it brings that inequality. I feel like there's that. I don't know the reason why a man would have two wives and a woman cannot. Okay. So but they give us options. You can either go for customary, civil, or any other kind of marriage. So me, as a person, I don't buy it. But for the prenup, I'd buy it because sometimes we need to know where we stand. We have seen ladies who work with their men, and after, like, let's say they've gotten rich or whatever, the man begins saying someone is younger. Yet you found this person when this person didn't have anything. Maybe you worked together, contributed a lot, and because you're now old, this person cannot recognize your efforts. And so I feel like the prenup would be okay. Like, we agree on the terms, and yeah.
Interesting. Would you mind sharing your partner according to this marriage bill that is upcoming?
No. The Bible says a woman will come from a man's rib, not a man coming from a woman's rib. So I think it has to be man and a woman, not a woman with two men. There'll be many chances of living an healthy life.
How about a man and two women?
Man and two women, that's the law of different societies as well, that you can find. Okay. You get that? Islam is there. Also some cultures is there. Even when checking the cultures of our past leaders that we know about, Abraham, Jacob, all the stuff in the Bible, they will tell you they were great men, but with different women. But then let's not go there. Let's not go there, because it will mislead many. Yeah, so I believe a woman must have one man, same as a man must have one woman.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you guys very much. As we wrap up the show, maybe you can go ahead and call upon people to support the Denim Project. Start with Kathy, maybe.
Hello, Family TV. We are inviting you to follow our social media platforms. We always post our content, and we are kindly requesting you to give us gems so that we can help people in Chikezi and Karamoja. We all know that a hand that gives receives. So please, if you have jeans, don't throw them away or make them rags. Just contact us. We shall be in position to collect them, and you make a difference in someone's life. Because when we went to Chigezi, that was in Rwanda, we saw some kids who are carrying polythene bags. I think in Luganda it's called kaveras. They were carrying them as school bags. So when we give these kids these school bags, it will also motivate them to maybe study hard, work hard in school. So please don't throw away the jeans, just call us, we shall come and collect them. Thank you so much.
Yes, you can also call upon the viewer to support this project.
Hello Family TV, thanks for watching us, but I'd like to tell you that the Demin School Bag Project is not about us running with bags to a certain region and we just give them out. What I'm to tell you is that there will be a series of activities that we'll do. Of course, there'll be, I'll list a few, apart from the donation of bags, but there'll be even a health talk to the young ones. Then also there'll be a parent to child advocacy, where teachers and parents and also church elders will be mobilized, and we talk to them about a few things, and we show them the power of communication, and we show them the power they have in motivating children to go to school or not to go to school. The bags will be donating, those bags will have other things inside. It's not that we'll just take the bags, but then in those bags there will be school bags, pencils, pens, and also sanitary pads for the girls, because we know how life is back there in the villages, that someone buying always or sure might not be able to sustain it. But then if we make our reusables, because we want to make them ourselves, packet them very well, then we give them to the young girls, because we know that there will be a sustainable health living of a girl when she's in that time. There's a challenge that our young girls tend to drop out or fail exams. When you check out the NIP statistics, they'll show you that boys perform more than girls. But the reason behind it is girls tend to miss out school during that time, in that period. So let's work together and find ways of supporting us and make sure that this project is a success, since it's a pilot project. So from Chigezi, we'll go to the Karamoja region as well. Thank you. And
then to the entire nation, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Kathy and Moses, for making it this morning. We really wish you all the best in this project. Guys, please, if you have any old jeans, this is a call to you to come and be a part of this very, very great and noble cause that is going to give a school bag to a child down in Kigezi region. Now, you never know what your contribution can do or how far it can go, but once you actually put in those jeans and then maybe see footage later of a child receiving this denim bag and they're very, very happy and you've put a smile on their face, maybe then will you know the importance of such projects. And we wish you luck. I think Family TV will find a way to stand with you as well. I'm sure these people have jeans that they no longer use. They should bring them for this particular cause. Otherwise, thank you so much for being a part of Church of Uganda Family TV. Very many programs are still coming your way. Please tune in and make sure to catch yourself some good energy from here. We have entertainment programs coming in and later news at 8 as well as Family Hour. Very many interesting programs that you ought not to miss. Now to the production crew that we have worked with, it is a very, very big thank you to all, and to the viewer out there and everybody else. Good morning.
Issues at Hand, powered by